What's up, everybody? Welcome to the exclusive Fox Weather ROWI forecast. What's the ROWI? The risk of weather impact. And that means we've got the forecast for every single game you can imagine. And it's not just for the game itself. It's for the parts of the game, inning by inning, quarter by quarter, half by half. We've got that forecast. It's an exclusive one. The ROWI goes like this. We've got 0 chance of weather impact, meaning perfectly sunny. Temperatures on the mild side. We've got a low chance, and then it goes up to medium and then high chance. High chance, obviously, we're talking about powerful weather that could majorly disrupt or cancel whatever event you're looking at. So we've got the ROWI forecast for you right now. Let's get right to it. We've got some MLB games, and these are pretty fun. Remember, the All-Star break is coming up later on next week. We've got the All-Star game on Tuesday, but we have a couple series finales that are coming up right before the Classic starts out there next week for the middle part of July. So let's go out to Chicago to the Yankees. We're going to the Bronx with this one. Cubbies, surprisingly, they're in first place. They're doing great. They're 54-37, first place in the NL Central. They are going to be continuing to rock and roll, but they're headed into the Bronx. That's always a tough place to play against the Yankees. 2 storied franchises. The Yankees currently are in second place, but Aaron Judge, he's back to being Aaron Judge again. He's smashing that ball. And the weather looks pretty good. We've got a low chance of weather impact for the next few days. Friday, look at this. You got temperatures 85 degrees, a little bit on the warm side, so it is a low ROWI forecast because of the heat. Same with Saturday, 84 degrees, and you're looking at 83 degrees on Sunday. Good news is it's low all the way across the board, and that is because you got perfectly sunny skies with pop-up fair weather cumulus clouds rolling in. So low forecast for the ROWI coming in those 3 days. Then let's head out to Cincinnati. Different forecast. Terrible team. Talking about the Colorado Rockies. Moving on in on their stretch right now. The Colorado Rockies, just for giggles here, they're 21-71. These poor guys, they can't catch a break. Last year, the White Sox, they were the record losers of all time. 103 losses last year. The Rockies are on par to lose 136 games. That's smashing the old record. You guys, come on, man. Everybody needs to be shipped down to Albuquerque and become an isotope and just get a whole crop of players coming in. What about the forecast for Friday? It's going to be a hot one out there in Cincinnati, 90 degrees. So that's why we have a low risk of weather impact. That's the low right there. 90 degrees, going to be hot. So if you're in the stands, definitely count on that. Saturday, about the same thing. You're looking at a 4:10 start on Saturday. So you're going to be in the peak of the daytime heating. That's why we've got a 90-degree forecast for you right here with a low risk of weather impact, but the humidity is going to be on the way. Look at Sunday. This game starts at about 1:40. The thunderstorm action starts around the mid-afternoon hours. We've got a medium risk of impact coming in for Sunday afternoon. Showers, thunderstorms is going to be mild, 86 degrees for sure. But generally speaking, these storms start firing up 3, 4 o'clock in the afternoon. You're talking about the early to mid innings. You might see a rain delay for an hour or so, and that could be right across the middle stretch of the game. So that will be right there in Cincinnati, showers and thunderstorms. It's a medium risk coming in for Sunday. That's not as good as the first couple of days. Then we'll head on out to Detroit. Detroit's doing great. The Tigers, man, they're in first place right now. It's unbelievable. We've got some good pitcher matchups going on as well. Seattle Mariners are playing you guys. Louis Castillo, he's pitching out there for the Mariners. This is the Friday night game. Casey Mize, man, he's kicking butt, too. This guy is great. That is a night game on Friday. Temperatures in the mid-afternoon going to get into the mid-80s, but with a drier air in place, a little drier than what we've seen, it should start to drop down into the low 80s by the first pitch, into the upper 70s coming in. But that's going to be a nice game for you. Low risk of weather impact because a little bit on the mild side, not 0. It's going to be on the warm side to mild. So, yeah, we've got a green one for you right there. 90 degrees on Saturday. This is an afternoon game. 1:10 first pitch on Saturday for the Mariners in Detroit. 90 degrees is going to feel hot. So you've got that low risk of weather impact just because of the heat. The humidity starts to creep on in. Sunday's forecast does not look as nice. 1:10, that is the first pitch on Sunday afternoon. Thunderstorms start to develop by about 3, 4 o'clock. That'll be in the afternoon hours. Daytime heating, they bubble up. So the risk of weather impact, the ROWI, goes up to a medium on Sunday afternoon, specifically for the middle part of the game. You talk about the mid-innings. So watch out for that. We might see a rain delay here or a thunderstorm delay, and that could develop probably 3rd, 4th, 5th inning. Something we'll see about that. So that's the way it looks right there. Otherwise, Detroit at the Mariners' first 2 games look like they're going to be low. Then we head out to the Atlanta Braves traveling to St. Louis. The Cards right here are better than the Braves. I wouldn't have picked this one. I live in Atlanta, and the fact that the Braves are 39-51, it has everybody with their hair on fire. 51 losses so far for the Braves, and Ronald Acuna Jr., he's out. He's day-to-day because of a back strain issue. We'll see who goes with that. But they're traveling out to some heat. How about this in St. Louis on Friday afternoon? Temperature's going to climb up to the mid-90s. It's going to feel even hotter than that with the humidity. Good news here, though, is it's a night game. Temperatures start to settle back down a little bit, and we won't see any thunderstorms either. It's a low risk of weather impact. It's not zero because the storms are still going to be rocking down to the south, but the humidity and the heat is going to be out there. Saturday, that's an afternoon first pitch, 2:15 p.m. Eastern Time. Same with Sunday, same forecast. 90 degrees on Saturday. Humidity creeps in, and we're watching for the latter part of the innings. The probably 7, 8, and 9 could be affected with showers and thunderstorms. They're going to develop out there with that daytime heating on Saturday. Repeat it again on Sunday. Not quite as hot, 87 degrees. So Saturday is up to a medium rowy because of the storms for the latter part of the innings. And you're looking at the same thing again on Sunday. The 7, 8, 9th innings could feature some rain and thunder showers passing right around Busch Stadium. So you're watching for that region out there in St. Louis. Man, we're up to a medium risk right here. That could even go up even more depending on how these storms roll through in the afternoon hours. But right now, it's just a medium. All right, what about the All-Star? All-Star break comes up next week. All-Star game back in Atlanta this time. Some notable players, man. They've got plenty of people. This is in Truist Park in Atlanta. It's actually in Smyrna, Georgia, which is just to the north and west of Atlanta downtown. Either way, we're looking at some showers and thunderstorms. I live in Atlanta. I got to tell you, this time of year, you get the humidity creeping in. Showers and thunderstorms are always a possibility in afternoon hours, and then they begin to fall apart by later on in the evening. Once the sun sets, the temperatures start to creep down, and the thunderstorms go away as well. But as for the ROWI, here's what it goes. First pitch around 8 p.m. or so, it's a medium risk. Yeah, we've got thunderstorms in the forecast, and they're going to be shotgunned all around that I-20 corridor in Atlanta. That's for the first part of the game. Probably still going on there for the latter part, 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock. More showers, more thunderstorms, temperatures creeping down. But those are all medium rowies for that game because the storms are going to be drifting in and out. This game, unfortunately, may be affected. But you know who doesn't have to worry about it? Juan Soto, the $750,000 player. He's not on the roster, but Aaron Judge is. As a Yankee fan, kind of like that. All right, let's head out to Iowa. How about the IndyCar Series? This one's going to be great. This is on Fox. Always fun to watch these guys, no question about it. Alex Palou is the dominant driver for the NTT IndyCar season. He holds a commanding lead in his standings. And listen, he's headed into a dry atmosphere. If you just hold on to the road itself, weather will not be a factor. You're looking at, for Saturday, it's a doubleheader. Nice conditions. Temperatures into the upper 70s, lower relative humidity. It's got low risk of weather impact. Still on the warm side. Track might get a little bit sticky out there. That's about it. You're looking at temperatures nearing 80 degrees. Again, talking about on Sunday, it's a zero chance of weather impact. You know why? Because the humidity is going to be even less. So the risk of weather impact for Saturday, low, low, low. And then 0, 0, 0. 0.0 on Sunday. That's a Fox one. You can check it there. Wimbledon. Hot temperatures in London. So we've got a low risk of weather impact, not zero, just to account for the heat. Temperatures getting into the mid-80s, and you're talking about 86 degrees or so. That's on Saturday for the women's final. And then same temperatures, about 83 to 86. Your daytime highs getting in there for the men's final. Now, earlier on Thursday, the temperature was 85 degrees, and they had to halt play because a fan was succumbing to the heat. So they're not used to the heat out in London. Temperatures, generally speaking, this time of year, mid to low 70s. You start cranking that board up to the mid-80s, and the Londoners, they don't care for that much. 85 degrees, they're talking about that, to 86 degrees on Saturday, 83 on Sunday. It's a low risk of weather impact, not because of the storms, because of the temperatures. Yeah, they're going to be on the warm side. All right, everybody, hope you have a great weekend. You can watch most of these on Fox. Fox Sports got you covered, and we've got you covered from Fox Weather. We have your exclusive ROWI forecast. It doesn't get any more pinpoint precise than our weather forecast for games, everybody.